I don't think you were copied, on the Water Authority's letter to the supervisors. I think Keith got a copy of it. The last Wednesday, in my mind, I knew that the Sewer Authority meeting was a week after the Water Authority. So I came down Wednesday at 6 o'clock, expecting there to be a Sewer Authority meeting. And here was, the present here was Joe Uberti, Jeremy Rippey, and Guy Allegretto. So then they enlightened me that I had the wrong Wednesday. So you had two supervisors here. And I didn't think anything of it, so I was leaving. When I went to pull out, in drives Rick Crullian. Well, you got a quorum. So I backed up, and I asked, what's going on here? We have a quorum. Well, Jeremy Rippey responded, we're going to have an executive session. I said, for what? You responded for an agenda for the meeting tomorrow night that this board is going to be a participant in, as well as the Water Authority. I said, that's not a legal reason to have an executive session. So then it changed. It changed to we're going to have a workshop. Well, a workshop's got to be advertised. This wasn't advertised. And then the third response was, well, we're going to have a planning meeting because this was already approved. But you had three supervisors here. Neither Crullia nor Allegretto responded. So, you know, this is a violation of law as far as the Sunshine Act. And why the other two didn't question what it's about, I don't know. But to me, this is a disenfranchisement of the Water Authority Board, of the Sewer Authority Board, in the trust of the public. So they have compiled an agenda for this meeting tomorrow night because a person that witnessed all of this, unfortunately, isn't here, Joe Uberti, because he made the same mistake I did. So if there's any questions about the credibility of what I'm telling you, check with Joe Uberti and see what he says. But I left. Joe stayed here, and then afterwards I talked to Joe, and I asked him, did they go in and have a meeting? He says, yeah, they went in the building. So this is wrong. It's completely wrong. I mean, if there's going to be an agenda, this board should have been invited to that meeting, which you weren't, because I checked with Keith Lilly, and he was never invited. And also, I called the Water Authority Thursday and asked them, or no, I called Debbie Antonio Wednesday night and explained to her what I experienced that evening and asked if they were invited. She said, we didn't know anything about it. Now, the Water Authority took the initiative to write a letter to the Board of Supervisors about this. But, I mean, it's like we're going to structure an agenda that's going to favor a position. And I firmly believe now the Board of Supervisors has come to a decision, come hell or high water, they're going to try and merge these two boards. And I'm not going to say publicly what my suspicions are based on. I mean, we'll probably go to the meeting tomorrow night and see where it goes. But this is completely wrong. And I hope everybody on this board agrees with that, that if there's going to be a meeting about merging boards, every one of you should have been a participant in a meeting to set the agenda for what's going to be discussed tomorrow. So that's that matter. The second matter is back in March, before we all had to wear masks, or February, I had asked the board about the backup copies of the PLC programs, programmable logic controllers. You have a controller that controls the whole plant over there. There's software involved, which should be archived someplace. As I recall, the belt press has a programmable logic controller in there with dedicated software for that. And it's not clear in my mind anymore whether the force pump station has a PLC. So I guess my question is, do you have copies of all these programs? Because the reason you have a need to have them, if they go down and you call some control outfit to load these up, they're gonna bring down a laptop, they're gonna plug it in to your PLC, and they're gonna ask you, where's the program? And they're anticipating you have it stored on a cloud someplace, and they can go out and get it through the internet. You have it on a thumb drive that you can download to their computer and load it up. But, you know, without the program, you're in a world of hurt. Now, I'm not sure, I don't remember who you had install a PLC over there, whether it was Allegheny Electric or one of the other control outfits. But they probably have a copy, but did they leave you with the copy? Because if they go out of business, if they lose it, once again, you're in a world of hurt.
Would Holly know this?
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. This is somebody that wrote the program, no doubt would have a copy, but I hope they retained it. And even at that, if you don't have a copy, I mean, you're in a corner, because what if they lose it? You know, when you have a PLC program, you want to have it backed up 2 or 3 places. You want to really protect yourself on this, because it's a 15-minute fix if you got the program. If you don't, and nobody else has it, you have to rewrite all the software for that PLC, which can be days or weeks involved. So, the question to the board is, do you have all the programs for the programmable logic controllers that are utilized for the plant, that are utilized for the belt press, the force pump station? As I said, to my recollection, I'm not sure if there's a PLC there or not. But you should make an assessment, everything that's got a program, and if you have backup copies of it. Now, when they replaced the grinder pump at the plant, they put in an electric grinder pump. It used to be hydraulic, but it seems to me there's a small PLC in there. That one would be probably difficult to rewrite, but it's probably going to be more expeditious if you have the program.
I'll look, Bob, but I do know that Allegheny Electric has a copy of all that.
Okay, you should get a copy.
I'll see if we do have a copy. If we don't, I will get one.
You should have a
But
copy of it.
I know for a fact that they do have a copy of this.
And you should store it in multiple places. You should have a printout of the input outputs to that PLC. For example, if the, let's see, if one of the pumps doesn't start, it may be an output of the PLC that's controlling the motor starting on it. And it would be very helpful to be able to look at the listing of the inputs, outputs, I/O, which is generic reference to. Look at there and see, oh, it's Q32. And then you can go look at the rack in the PLC, find Q32, and see if the LED indicator is on or off. You can put a meter on the output terminal, see if you have voltage that corresponds to what you should have in the motor starter. But, you know, there's, you can't expect the motor to start unless the output is turned on. Now, there's probably a manual override. That's just an example. You could run it manually just to verify, and you can go back to the output. But there's other things you may not.
Yeah, I'll get with them and see if we have a copy.
Okay.
If not, I'll get one.
Well, find out about the belt press. Because I don't know that they ever worked on the belt press.
They have.
Have they?
Yes.
Okay, you should have a copy of that.
So.
And it's preferred you get a commented copy. In other words, you might open the program up and see a ladder element 232. But what is it? A commented copy is going to contain text Q32, pump motor starter number 1. Then you know what you're looking at. And you can look at the conditionals that precede that output and see what conditions do I have to have met before I get this output. So it may be nice, at least on a local level, to troubleshoot They have a printed copy of it, where you can look this stuff up.
I'll look into it.
Anyway, speaking on this same terminology, when we had that issue with Lower Caledonia here, what, two weeks ago? Did Corey happen to find out what that was?
He fixed it, I can ask him what it was, but he actually had to come down.
Well, I know he came down, but he still didn't know what that code was.
I think he was gonna get a hold of them and find out what it
Okay.
was. But
What was it on, Lindbergh?
I don't remember what the code was, well, or I'd tell you.
Cause I mean, as
It
I.
was down in Lower Caledonia.
I think-
Power surge down here, click, click, kicked on, blah, 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 more than once, but it left you, I don't remember what it was, I don't know if Rich does or not. But it was an odd, something odd,
it was.
was very odd, it was something that was just way off the wall.
Because you, as I recall, those are Snyder electric inverters down there. And if you read their manuals, which you had down there, at least you used to,
Yeah, they're down there.
you know, you should periodically go around and make sure all the terminals are snugged up and tight and everything, because, you know, if you get a little resistance in there, they're gonna heat up and cool down, and screws get loose, and things like that can happen. So it doesn't hurt to put a little torque on them. Here's some other suggestions.
Anybody else?
I guess one more question. Is everybody coming to the meeting tomorrow night?
Yeah.
And it's at 6 o'clock.
Jim?
Yeah, I'm here as a concerned citizen. It's the first sewage meeting that I ever attended. I'm here to ask the sewage board how they feel on the combining of the water and the sewage. What is your 2 cents? Are you in favor? Are you against? Can you fill me in?
We actually discussed this a couple meetings ago and decided that we weren't gonna discuss it until we absolutely had to. So we're gonna go to the meeting tomorrow, and if we have to talk about it then we will.
So it's no comment.
Correct.
Okay.
Patrick?
I just have a quick one. Water and sewer employees, we've worked around each other for some time. We get along pretty well. I know there's 2 sides to every story, so I don't want to point fingers, burn bridges, etc. And I don't need details. That's, I guess, Vince's fight to come up with, like, to talk with you guys. But he mentioned to me that he had overtime pay, vacation pay, and Labor Day that was left unpaid. I don't know whether it's true or not. I guess I'd rather not see you guys getting into a mess with that. I think he was a good worker. I think he deserves it if he wasn't. Honestly, he could potentially pursue that and end up in a legal battle with you guys. I don't want to see that happen for either of you, but I guess, I don't know, just obviously a lot of things happened, lost the secretary and everything. It was kind of, that was a concern I had as, I guess, kind of co-worker of his while he was here. That, I don't know, hopefully I'm more confused on it than what it really is, like that what he was saying maybe wasn't so true, but if it is, I hope you guys clear the air with him and make things right. Because I know, like when we lost a couple employees last year, we didn't see eye to eye with them, the water authority, but we had to give them what they were obligated to. They were paid their leftover vacation and et cetera. So I just hope you guys.
I mean, if he's owed something, then yeah, but I do know the one that he was complaining about. I know Jamie helped Deb with that payroll, and as far as I understand, everything was paid to him. So,
Fair enough.
I didn't hear anything else about anything else. I know he went to Keith.
Now, the only thing we discussed, Rich, I don't know if you were here or not, we
You
discussed.
told me what that day I came up.
Yeah, the fact that he got called out and he's in Benazet, and, you know, he should have been paid from the time he was called out, not from the time he punched in, and that's where it was left. And the board needs to make that decision. We're talking about 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
And
there
total
wasn't
time,
Labor
so,
Day and
I
all
mean-
that other stuff that you were told, it was 2.5 hours. So,
Yeah, fair
it's
enough,
something that we're gonna look into.
fair enough.
Brandon?
No, I'm good.
Treasurer's report?
You gotta go
Or, I'm sorry. I'm gonna clarify this before we get into it. Approval of the minutes, the recorder, I don't know what happened, I wasn't here. The recorder, when Jamie went to do the minutes, there was nothing on it. So, she did the best that she could with that, from the notes and stuff, so we will go with what we have listed here.
I mean, approval of the bills, you should have an amount there because your auditor may take a look at it.
I don't know if that's being taken care of, if you look below the
Yeah,
bill.
it's down there.
on
Approval of the bills, I'm talking the minutes.
It's the minutes.
The minutes.
Right now.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, if you look on the
If you look
agenda,
at the agenda for approval of the bills, they're both there for last month and this
Well,
month.
it should be in the minutes.
there was no motion.
That's the
I
problem.
don't know
There
who
was
made
no
the motion.
motion.
I don't know who made the
Well,
We
motion.
need to approve that and get them
The
in the minutes.
recorder did not work, or
I
whatever.
understand that, Keith. You should put that note in that this was the amount that was paid. You should have something in here. But it's up to you. I'm not gonna argue with
I mean, we gotta approve.
you.
We
You
can't
have the
approve it
receipts, you
tonight.
can justify it. But it's
I-
gonna,
I get that, but they
do what
weren't,
you want.
they weren't approved.
Do what you want.
What do you wanna do?
They were actually approved at the last meeting, we just don't know who did it.
That's why I have
This
it.
is what was done. Right, everything was approved.
Yeah, everything was approved.
Everything was approved, we just don't know who did it.
That's why I put it on the agenda page for
It's on the
tonight
record.
to approve it
Yeah,
again.
but it's not done. Okay, let's do this. Put the amount of the bills, and we'll reapprove those minutes,
In the minutes from September.
from September, yes. It'll be the September 9th, 2020 meeting.
I mean, you should even put a note in there that the recorder failed.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm going. And just note that the recorder failed, and
Yeah.
secretary
And
changed.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, secretary,
Yep.
blah, 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 whatever.
So I'll make a motion, like he said, to approve the minutes with Jamie amending these minutes to input the amount of the bills. But it won't have who made the motion and who seconded it.
Well,
That-
we should just do that, read it, just call it now.
Okay, let's do that now.
Well, who was ever here should know who called it. Who was ever here should know who appointed it.
I think I was the only one that wasn't here, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you should know who approved it. I mean, the people that were here,
There's 3 out of the 4 that are listed
yeah,
there.
there's somebody had to listen
Well,
to them.
yeah, I mean, I don't remember if Denny seconded or I first and
I
then
said- I
first.
said-
Yeah,
You did second it.
my experience on
There
the
you
water
go.
board, I wouldn't remember.
Okay.
And I
Denny
just-
seconded it, so it was
Penny
either
made
me
your
or,
motion.
because Penny was running the meeting, so Chad, do you remember if you first or seconded?
That's hard to say.
Exactly, you're not gonna remember from last meeting.
Yeah, that's tough,
I tell you what I had for something.
Can you? Yeah.
I make a motion that the minutes from the last meeting be approved.
And amended and put in
And
the
amended.
minutes for
and
September's
minutes.
meeting.
And I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer's report.
Can I get a meeting minute?
We did another
Oh,
one.
is that, got it.
Yeah, that was.
Sorry.
What's that?
You got everything now?
Yeah. Treasurer's report.
Balance of general checking as of September 1st is $73,307.71. Balance as of September 30th, $64,447.84. Balance in savings account as of September 1st is $95,641.20. balance in savings account as of September 30th is $98,145.12.
I get a motion to approve the minutes from the September.
No, wait.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Can I ask a question?
What'd you do?
The September, sorry, because we did this
Oh, okay.
with the
So,
amendment.
who made the,
New tires or something?
you and Penny?
I don't know what happened there.
You want this one?
Somebody took something.
No, that's already,
Well, they ordered new tires for the truck again, didn't
Yeah, they got new tires.
they? I know, but for those those?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I never quoted them. I don't know.
What's that?
Never quoted them.
Crusoe did.
Where's the quote?
I don't know, she,
Oh.
Deb had him.
No, I just wondered what. No, I just wondered, I mean,
Yeah, we quoted it,
Yeah, you put a plug in.
because she got them quotes from other places, and that's when we said, let's.
Well, we
get
went,
quotes.
we made the motion to go out and check all the local businesses.
Yeah, and to go with the
Local,
cheapest one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what was,
Crusoe was the cheapest one. That's on the bill, $1,090.38.
for tires?
no,
Retired.
that was inspection, it needed front brake pads.
Yeah, that was
a
for-
bunch of
So what
stuff.
were the tires?
The tires were
Probably seven something.
$767.80.
Okay.
Is that 4 tires, 2 tires?
That's 4 tires, yeah.
Was a little bitter.
He was,
Must have been it.
yeah.
Probably.
Fenice's was, I forget, about $850 or something like that. But yeah, that was inspection, brake pads, needed a tie rod end.
That's fine, that's fine. I just see that there was a bunch of other. Yeah, I just wondered what it was for.
Yep.
We need to, Jamie, of course, wasn't here, but at the last meeting, we had, this is part of the, what's missing on the tape recorder too, is, you know, like this Barnhart Davis Napa, we need to know what it's for. It's much easier if we get out to the minutes and know what it's for, than to always, you know, you got snow and refrigeration. Did our pop machine go bad, or?
No, the
It was the heat.
heat
Okay.
at the
No,
main
I
plant,
probably, I'm just saying.
it was the heat at the main plant, wouldn't work at all.
Yeah, well,
So basically, what
Heat pump,
yeah.
I do it, kind of stuff.
And Jamie will do that moving forward.
Okay.
She'll teach the new person that,
Okay.
because usually that is on there. Correspondence, we need to add a correspondence. We got a letter from Christine DeBosi. Appealing her, she put an open records request in, for different articles and articles of amendment, and Deb didn't know exactly what she was asking for. She asked Jamie if she knew, Jamie didn't know. Deb did get back to Christine and told her she was more than welcome to come down and go over that with her, and she did not. So it was denied, because she had a chance to come down, they didn't know what she wanted exactly, so that's why it was denied.
Well, okay, but
Well, she asked for the articles of incorporation.
asking for the articles of
Yeah,
incorporation.
I mean, that's pretty clear, I think.
Articles and amendments, they didn't know what amendments she was asking for.
I know.
And she couldn't
Well,
find
any
it.
amendments, Rich, would be anything that was
I
changed
understand,
on the
but
article.
Jamie helped her and they couldn't
I
find it.
don't know what she's asking
didn't know
for, I looked
exactly
through
what
the
it
whole
was.
book.
Did you find the articles?
I think so, but I'm not sure,
Did they
I'm
say
not
what?
sure what she sent her. What I thought, she might have sent different, I don't have copies of any of this.
Okay, when it gets rainy again, I'll come down.
Okay, yeah.
She's had a bad health experience this year with pneumonia.
And I'm not-
Any help.
And I'm not saying nothing against that,
Yeah.
I'm just explaining
Well, that's
why.
that's why she didn't come.
Yes,
I mean, I'm sure at times.
and I understand that,
She would've come.
but that's why,
Well, that's the
So-
reason she's not here. And from what I've heard, there's a thick binder here.
That's the resolution, that's where I found what I think Doug sent her. I'm not sure what she wants, and if, whatever I send her, I have to charge her for. That's, so, because it's not scanned in the computer. Yeah, so, yeah, any help would be greatly appreciated.
You're gonna add this, of course, you're gonna add this. right?
that's for correspondence, yes. Delinquencies we still are not allowed with the COVID thing to shut anybody off.
He read a thing from, I believe, KMAA that as of August, we are allowed to again. So I think this, like, we held off, but I think this billing cycle, the water authority is gonna start doing shut-offs again. We'll double check that, but I
Can you
think-
get that information to Jamie to look up? Thank you.
Do we have a lot of them, or?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, when this whole thing started, it's a mess.
Rather than let them get outrageous during the
Yeah,
early.
yeah. Okay, maintenance reports there.
And just for everybody to know, I've been going over usually almost every day, but every other day anyway. And Corey seems to be grasping this pretty well.
Yeah, Tom is actually up and O'Brien and taught him some stuff as well. Operators reports there. Okay, old business. West End Power programs for lighting or stuff like that, grants. It's still in the back burner, they don't have nothing available yet. Keith, did you happen to get any quotes that?
I called two people, and we're looking at 2 tribes of loads of material, and, it's kind of like, do I really want to, nobody wants to jump on 2 tribes of loads of material.
Yeah.
It is a problem. So, my suggestion would be that maybe, we could get on the list of the township and let them, if they do some ditch cleaning or anything for fill.
Okay.
Just my suggestion, I mean, it's whatever you guys think,
Yeah, we can.
otherwise, buy a couple loads of stone and
Yeah.
dump it in there and spread it out,
Are they done milling the temporary runaround at Bermuda?
What's that?
Are they done milling the temporary runaround at Bermuda?
Yes, it's all done, yeah. I think the township did get some of that material, but I don't know for sure.
There's some material at the water authority that was like ditch material from the township. It's just been sitting in the file. I can ask the water authority if there's somebody scoop it up and get it out of there. I'll double check
Yeah,
that.
you know, it's even like you guys, if you gotta dig something out and get rid of the dirt,
Yeah,
you know, that's an opportunity, someplace to put it, you know.
yeah.
Let me know, Patrick.
I'll contact the people.
Cause I said I'd come over to skid steer level without water.
Yeah. I'll talk to Continental if they're looking for a place to dump too, cause they're hauling a lot of dirt out for the water.
Yeah, they should, oh, there's,
Yeah,
That's
I didn't think of them.
didn't think about that
That's the way
either.
to do it. I mean, right now Fridays is getting it, but if I tell them, hey, sewer authority needs some, they should listen to me over Friday, so.
And basically what it's gonna take to do what we need to do is about 2 tractor loads, about 45 tons.
Okay, they dump it, you guys spread it and everything, or?
Yeah, we'll spread it, they don't have to do nothing.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything.
Okay.
They said I'd go over and spread it for
Yeah,
them.
I'll talk to Corey Hampton,
Okay.
like, coordinate with you guys where you want it and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's just a comment, a viewer's comment, it's nice to see the water and sewage is working together.
oh, I agree. I
You know,
agree.
Not like other comments I hear.
Better work together than we did.
Exactly, it's
Yeah,
nice
without a
to see
doubt.
that.
Okay, something we need to look at in the near future with First Commonwealth closing this branch in Weedville is, I would like to address with the supervisors and maybe see if they would have a problem to give our customers another option. If they would maybe put a drop box out here.
Well, even if we have to put the drop box wherever.
You know what I mean? I think we should, it's not our customer's fault that this bank's closing. It made it convenient for our customers. I'd like to do something just to
Oh, I agree,
make it easier.
I agree.
So,
We also, we talked about this before too, the secretaries, even though she takes payments all week, at least once a week or whatever it comes out to, is gonna have to go to the bank for
Absolutely.
the time being.
Yep.
Now I did hear a rumor that there's possibly a credit union looking at coming in up here. Oh, it's just rumor.
I heard the same thing, and I just heard that earlier today. So I don't, but we're not gonna know until it happens.
No,
But-
no.
And I hope that does happen, just for the elderly people, you know what I mean? It gives them, cause I did go to the Medicine Township meeting when First Commonwealth was down there. And, they act like they care, but they don't.
Yeah, and they're going, I mean, they're supposed to close up the 11th, but they're done on the 31st.
Yeah.
So the 31st,
31st of October.
December.
Oh,
December 11th is their last business day,
okay.
and then the 31st is the last of First Commonwealth in Weedville.
Yeah, but I'd like to look into that, just to give everybody an option, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's no reason it can't be put down here in a fence.
Yeah.
And,
So-
drive by.
The one on our door, the water authorities worked really well, people really liked it. A lot more availability, I guess.
Yeah, if you put that in your door, we don't have that option.
Yeah, no, you got the gate out here, yeah.
Yeah. So I will,
Houston Township has one on a peg, I could tell you.
Yeah, here's the Township has a very nice one, if you ever drove by and look,
Yeah.
they have a pedestal mount outside their door.
yeah.
It's a very nice,
Yeah.
it's something that, might be able to be incorporated right into the fence.
But I did have a brief discussion with Rick about it when we went to, because he was at that meeting as well, so. I will look into that and see what we come up with and bring it back to the board.
Should a bank come, are you gonna transfer funds, like the credit union would come?
But we definitely look into it at that time, if somebody else comes in, no matter who it is. Okay, number 4, we advertised for a part-time secretary. We did get some applications, Actually, I'm just gonna kill two birds with one stone, 4 and 5, and also a part-time maintenance personnel. We did get a few applications for both positions. I would like to set a date, well, I would like to have Jamie call and set appointment interviews up. And, what day is good for you guys?
Yeah, whenever you set it up, I'll be.
You pick the date, I'll do my best.
Do you have any appointments or anything coming up, Dennis?
I got appointments at least 3 every week for the next 4 weeks.
What's the best day that you,
What's that?
what's the best day available for you
Ah,
out of the week?
let's try, Thursday. Thursday.
Okay. How about Thursday the 29th?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't have an issue with that.
Okay.
What time do you want them to start?
You wanna start at 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock, good?
Yeah, that's fine.
How many, minutes in between, 15?
15.
We got 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's what we always do. So. Okay.
Try to get the further ones away from you.
These, applications, they have potential. I don't
Get the
think
further ones away.
we just look at anything.
Like one from Austin or
Okay, new business. New business, signature card at First Commonwealth. I contacted First Commonwealth, they will not put Jamie on the signature card until it goes to a meeting, and they need a copy of the meeting, so can I get a motion to add her to the signature card?
I'll second it.
But Keith, you need added too.
Wait, what's that mean?
Yes.
Mhm.
So for Keith and Jamie, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will abstain.
Is this a new thing where anybody else on the board should sign it?
You all are probably gonna have to re-sign it, I'll get the paper in it here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're usually
Okay.
pretty good at that.
And then we can just have it here at the 29th when Dennis comes.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, anything else?
Go ahead.
The one question I had, Mr. Antonio asked about, question about the board's position, and he said you agreed not to discuss this until after the supervisors have their meeting. Is that in the minutes?
Yeah, it's in minutes.
Okay, which
It
minutes
was-
should I?
When was that, 2 months ago we decided that?
I think it was
Yeah, I think
somewhere
it was
about 2 months, July or
Okay,
Yeah.
so when I come down and look at the other book, I'll look at that.
Well, we want to see what they have, what they're over the line, and then we'll decide after that
Yep.
what we want to do.
Well, I don't think in an hour meeting you're gonna gather enough information to
Yeah.
address it.
Well,
That's completely new.
Sign the cooperation laws.
Keith, what'd you have?
I got a couple questions for Tom before we adjourn.
That's fine.
Over at, you know the numbers have changed to the good, even down in the wet well, right? For, the readings we were taking, remember we were taking them out?
Bacteria counts.
Yeah.
The dissolved oxygen,
Yeah,
you're referring to the DO.
yeah, did you talk to anybody today, or?
Not today.
No, I mean, it's not a problem,
I was actually surprised to see in the operator's report that there was a violation notice on that.
That's
well,
That's what they
right,
came with that.
you're heading right up my question. My question was that, where do these numbers come from? I mean, she's saying about the decanter personnel, but, that decanter was shut down, it wasn't, shouldn't have been doing any functioning anyway. And again, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, I'm just trying to figure out why we had 2 DO values down, and if you got any inkling of why, because I know Corey's sampling at both locations.
I do not know why. Matter of fact, when we came up to assist with the decanter repair, we went through it, DO checked with Corey, and it tested okay. It was
Okay.
at the discharge to the stream.
Right. But I know I talked to him the other day, he said, you know, like rainy days or whatever, he's just grabbing out, and I'm just, I mean, it should be, the water should be starting to cool off enough that we shouldn't have this
Right.
issue with DO. So I guess my question was,
No,
can you see any reason why we'd have to? Cause that just floored me when I saw that,
Yeah,
because we've been out of this world numbers. Okay. I guess I guess my question would be to have Corey give me the dates for those two height and a fecal results, you know? I'll ask Corey for that, but I'm just trying to figure out why we have that when we. Okay, that's all I have, any thoughts you might have on that? Other than that, I'm done.
Did you get an estimate on closing that in after you get?
The building,
Yeah.
we put, there's one sheet in there on the metal, that's all we got.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about, Chad, during the meeting.
That was for the dirt and everything.
Yeah.
Not the metal.
Oh, yeah, not that,
Yeah,
That's what I was asking,
yeah, we gotta do the fill part first.
yeah, we gotta get.
no, I understand that, you get that for nothing or whatever, but I just, when you said it on here, you had an estimate for closing that in, I just wanted to know what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was, for the dirt.
How much was it?
Well, you get the way that you wanted it, because there's only two drives over.
Not the dirt, the metal, to close it in.
There's only one quote in, and I don't know what it is over there.
Yeah,
Jamie would
That's
probably.
the question
That was
I
tough.
asked.
Yeah, I know, I don't remember what it is.
that was, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like $3,500.
Yeah.
No, I never heard that. You're right, I never heard that.
Can you pull that?
Well, it's supposed to be three.
Yeah, I was thinking there was
I
something.
got one.
We'll pull that for next one.
Yeah, we'll pull that up for next round.
Can I get a motion for adjournment?
1 second. I'm gonna recall from last meeting, since 2 recorders are now going, make a phone call to your bank and check on refinancing your loan, please.
You brought that up last time.
Yes, I did. I wanna do it again now,
Okay.
since
Let
it
me-
wasn't
I'm
in the
gonna write it
minutes.
down again.
It wasn't in the minutes, but at least call First Commonwealth and try to get a new rate on your new loan,
I
on your
looked
loan.
that up, I think we're paying 5.11.
You should be doing a lot better than that now.
Yeah, but them are only first mortgage loans.
Okay.
The way I understand it, they're not giving them discounts only on
Well,
first
just
mortgage.
follow
If
through.
you
with
want a home equity, a car loan or everything, it's nowhere down there.
That's what I got whenever I went for my house.
it.
Yeah,
They won't refinance it for you.
I don't know,
I didn't say.
Jamie's gonna call.
They might refinance a longer term to lower your payment.
Yeah, we don't wanna do that.
But the interest rate, I don't think they're, I'm just saying, from what I gather, they're not gonna.
Well, it ain't gonna hurt the cost, so
Is
Jamie,
Yeah, you can check
Is
it
there a
out.
penalty for borrowing money elsewhere and paying it all whole thing off?
I don't know that
I
either.
wasn't gonna suggest that, but since Bob did, well, you got that against you.
What's that?
You can always go to another bank and see how they'll do.
Mhm.
Oh, no, well, that's another option I
I
have.
was gonna say, not First Commonwealth, there's other banks.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Look,
yeah,
Hopefully credit union gets in.
But like I said, what I can gather is what I just told you. It's,
yeah, cause our First Commonwealth loan should be, you might have that there, Jamie, what would?
29 or something.
Oh, it's pretty down, it's 2,200 a month.
2,200 a month, but
Yeah,
I think the
but
balance was,
I-
3-4 months ago, was like 120 grand,
Something
Yeah,
like
it
that,
was.
yeah.
so,
It's a substantial amount.
What's the interest rate? What is
I don't know what.
5.11 is the last.
5.11? Hey, we gotta see your bank.
Well, like I said, I don't know that they'll negotiate a new interest rate on that existing loan. Another bank like
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
You and I can loan some money.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Interest rate 8%.
Do we,
8%.
I don't know where you're getting that
You
percentage
still make
from.
that motion, Richard?
Yeah.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
$150,000, I only know.
No, there's other
Was that?
things. I would-
So we